out in Marina Bay. Jason's dad, as you know, is Old Man Taplin. This is Junior, who's really cool.
Yes. Hello. Marina Bay is located right across the street from here. It's apartment, multifamily housing, and a 168 slip marina. And that's about it.
There you go.
And let me tell you why Jason Taplin is a Titanium member just very quickly. He called me after the sponsorships went out before the holidays, and also the normal $1,000 board dues went out. And he said, you know, you've done stuff for us, and even though people are cutting back, we'd like to do more for Marina Mall. What can I do? And I said, well, you know, there's this Titanium sponsor. And he just said yes. So he just wanted to do more for us. And so that's why his name's on the big board. And over there we have 5 Titanium sponsors. David Leone is here. Greg Polis is here. Joe Rubano is here. Bradford, are they here yet? Is Paul Engel, he's supposed to come? But we really appreciate it. So thank you, Jason, for just volunteering. That was great. I'm going to let Walter Duke, who's our host commissioner from our favorite 22 Marina City, Dania Beach.
Thank you, Maggie, for letting me come up. I appreciate that. Welcome to Dania Beach, guys. Welcome to the south side of the road. We appreciate you coming over. You know, it seems like just yesterday I was standing up there telling you guys I was going to run for Dania Beach City Commission. I was going to support and promote the marine industry, and it feels so good to stand up here 3 years later and say that I've actually done that. I have walked the walk, and I'm proud to tell you that in Dania Beach, for starters, just moving east to west, we're redoing our entire city marina. It's a $5 million project. $4 million of it's going to be grants, 122 slips, 35-day docks, beautiful dock master's office. Mayor thinks it's too big, but I don't. Also, we are in final negotiations with Quarterdeck to be out on our pier, which I think is a perfect fit for the Dania Beach Pier. And Paul Flanagan's excited. We also have funded a couple $100,000 to do some initial design consulting to tie it all together, make the beach nicer, make it a fantastic public beach that supports and promotes recreational boating. I'd like to take the opportunity to thank the Broward Marine Advisory Council. Chip, your appointment of Steve Tilbert was excellent on that council. He's really a value added to that board. Yeah, he's doing a great job. Also, in Dania Beach, we have changed zoning to be more accommodating to the marine industry. We have out west allowed for boat storage, outdoor boat dealerships. We helped Alex Nichols out with a problem he had with his property. We're happy to do that. We recognize how important the marine industry is to our local economy, and we have done a good job of promoting awareness to that and helping our local residents understand that big boats in our city, big boats up and down the Dania Cutoff Canal are important to our local economy. To that end, we are also funding our share of $1 million to dredge the Dania Cutoff Canal east of Federal Highway. That's about to start. I think it's 8 to 15 foot depth now, and I think we're going to go to 17 foot. And the goal is to get bigger boats in the yards. Dania Cut's turning away big boats, some of the other guys are too. You know, you turn away a 230 foot boat, that's a lot of work. That's a lot of people going to work. That's hundreds of subcontractors. That's a lot of money in our local economy. I had a little pushback from some of the commission in Dania Beach on the dredging. They wanted to know why were we doing this dredging. It doesn't make any sense. I calculated that we're going to get paid back on that in 2 years. I mean, between the additional revenue, between the ad valorem tax revenue, I mean, the marine industry in Dania Beach is like the offensive line of the offense. Doesn't get a lot of credit, but lifts the heavy load every game, and we appreciate that. Also, would like to let you know that out on the Dania Cutoff Canal out west, we recently finished Boaters Park and Dania Cove, and those are two riparian access-only parks that are catered to small and recreational boaters. We know we have a draft issue out west. We're dealing with fine right now to try to get out west dredged a little bit too, get some boats out there, at least for sure to the 30th Avenue public boat ramp, which is a very active public boat ramp. Also, I'd like to thank BSO. We've had some crime in our city on boats. People come in into the backyards of folks' homes, onto marinas out west on West Track, and they've actually made about eight arrests. And I hopefully we can stop a lot of that vandalism and theft. But the important thing is that we understand and appreciate the marine industry. We know how important you guys are to our local economy. You get up every day. Nobody guarantees you anything. You have no contracts. nothing recurring, you earn it every day. That's what I do. I sign the front of the check. I'm a small businessman right here on Marina Mile. I get it, and I want to say we appreciate you, and Maggie, thank you for having us.
Thank you,
Take
Tom.
care.
Thank you very much. Because Commissioner Rogers had a previous engagement, he came anyway, bless his heart. He's running for re-election. This is our member on the Fort Lauderdale Commission. Romney has long been for our issues and is now. We're going to talk about Fort Lauderdale County Commission issues, 2 of them. But Romney has to split, and I have already bent his ear on the issues, so I'm going to have him come up and say hello. And do not forget to vote for him on March 13th. We had a tough time with this commission for many years until Ed Bone brought Romney to our meetings, and we started supporting the right people.
Thank you, Margaret. You all know why I'm here, because Margaret said to be here. But I grew up Fort Lauderdale, born here, so I've got salt water running through my veins. I grew up sailing, love the water. Obviously, it's most important. The marine industry is our most important industry. So our commission has recognized that all along. We've had advocates at the city for a long time. Jim Lago, of course, was one of the best. And so I want to just kind of give you a quick update of what's happening in Fort Lauderdale and how you can talk to the rest of the commissioners and the mayor to continue that support for the marine industry. The most visible, of course, was BMR. So the first phase of that is over with. We've made sure that the boat show is going to be there permanently, and we know how important that is to all of you. The second thing is we've put our docks in downtown at the Riverwalk, our floating docks. And I hope that all of you promote that send people downtown Fort Lauderdale by boat. There was some confusion to begin with because those docks came in with some grant money, but there really is no size limitation. If you can fit your boat there, dock it there. Take advantage of the Riverwalk, take advantage of downtown Fort Lauderdale. It's there for all of us. We need the economic development, and it's certainly a great place to take your family and to have a great weekend. The third thing is what you all are going to talk about today, and this, I think, is one of the newer, exciting projects in Fort Lauderdale. This is really in the infancy as far as the idea, but it's taken the Las Olas Marina, which is just north of the Las Olas Bridge, and basically taking it back to where it was.
It's in your agenda. It's in your agenda.
It was filled in to build the bridge, essentially. And so we are in the midst of redoing our beach again through the CRA. There's money in the bank there because of the CRA. Money will continue to flow there. And in terms of a project, I think this is a home run. It basically creates I don't know how many more docks, but it's essentially, when I talked about it at the commission, when we talked about it as a commission, I think it's a no-brainer. We're the marine capital of the world. We have to take advantage of opportunities to grow our dock space, and this will do it. So I apologize, I have to run to another event. I appreciate everybody's support. I know all of you, of course, don't live in South Fort Lauderdale, but those of you who do, appreciate your vote on March 13th. Those of you who don't, would tell your friends to vote on March 13th. And better yet, tell them to get an absentee vote ballot and vote at home. That's kind of the easiest thing to do. So I appreciate it. Margaret, you call, I come, so we'll see you later.
I know. He's great. Isn't he terrific? And don't forget, he is our district commissioner for Marina Mile. That's why. I mean, we have a mayor that represents the city, and we have a district commissioner that represents the district. So, and then there's a bunch of other people. I'm trying to do this way out of order because I know that Alan has to go. So I'm going to do the introductions and the overview of issues. I am going to simply thank Fire Marshal David Rains. Where's David? Hi, David. David called me, as Greg called me, to go attend the Board of Rules and Appeals because there were 13 members ready to vote for something that would have made it pretty much impossible to have a yacht painted in Broward County in a membrane structure. You couldn't even set up a firecracker, right? Anyway, David has been working with our marinas in Fort Lauderdale, and we're just speaking of Fort Lauderdale because it was their Board of Rules and Appeals. And I wanted Alan to know when I made my presentation, I simply showed him a picture of Alan and all the fire marshals at Rowley, and I said, we're working. we've got these issues. If you think you're giving us a wake-up call by making a law that makes it impossible by state statute to have any electrical work without a building permit, Butch, can you imagine every time you wanted to paint the bottom of a boat, you'd have to get a building permit? Well, anyway, we won 13-0. They turned it down, thank you. And I thank David and Rowley and Marine Industries Association that spoke. And we actually got that overturned. And it was very short notice, but literally it was the fact that we've been working with everybody. Alan works with us on everything. Alan, you're up.